Someone clips that. Top player losing to level 3 CPU? What? Not clickbait?
I forget on TR, right around the time Kazuya released. They just put a level 9 Kazu in the bracket. And like,
oh my god.
Every time they had him on camera, they just had like a JPEG of an ultimate render.
That's hilarious.
It's like the best shit ever.
I'm like, watch that now. Holy shit.
Directly into the camera the entire time.
That's fucking hilarious.
Alright, well here we go. We got Scotty rocking with Bowser and of course Ray.
And we got Mr. Boo. We got Mr. Boo.
Boo is not because he's trying to scare you away with how you use. Boo is actually one of his favorite Mario characters. I learned.
Really?
Yes, I learned that.
I was actually curious to myself.
After scrumming with a lot of us, I got some food. I had the pleasure of having Ray at my table and learned that interesting factoid that he's just a really big fan of like King Boo and everything. But it looks like he's the Boo works does have both meanings though, because he definitely is a scary player, getting 150% immediately.
Okay, no,
Monster JV4. You know, Scotty Bowser is definitely a scary thing here in this game.
It looks like Scotty's starting to come back into it now. Like, they may be up a ton of %, but Bowser with Rage is one of the scariest things in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. And these two players both being high ranked on the PR, I'm sure they have a lot of experience just against each other. So, you know, this is definitely a matchup that they both played a decent amount, especially both coming from KC previously.
Oh yeah.
But it's definitely still, you know, Ray is still Ray.
Let's say if I had to make a guess, if the most played character in this state is Snake, I say the second most played is Bowser, just off St. Louis alone.
In the state, yeah. I mean, there's only one Bowser here now with Scotty. Smirtle used to use Bowser a bit, but since he swapped to Eldamar, he's been having much more success.
Did y'all know about Ray's Bowser? Ray has a Bowser?
I feel like Ray has every single character in this cast, but I did not know. Is there like a cool story about the Ray Bowser? Ooh, nice shot by Scotty getting back to the ledge. I would
beat my ass for
It takes that stock.
What's a kill confirm?
A 121% deficit.
But again, Rage Bowser is scary.
Let's see. You know, all he really needs is one, well, I guess the side view would make a difference.
He's definitely got to be careful, especially at that ledge.
Down a full stock here, Ray. One of his... Oh, that's interesting.
I won't count Bowser out this yet, but he's got to be on this. Like, just from his wide hitboxes alone, he can definitely rack up like 100% on himself just with grenades alone.
Yeah, I feel like that's...
Really, if Ray wants to do it, he can just camp him out this entire rest of the stock and everybody know it.
Yeah, and that's what Ray is so good at, just using the grenades and everything to stop just
any kind of approach.
Yeah, any kind of approach, any kind of move. And that's something that the Columbia scene as a whole just isn't as good against, is you know, working around the items, working around the grenades. It's something that I've been trying to practice a little bit, but it's definitely just hard to do in general. With a character as big as Bowser, it's very easy for Snake to cut a lot of the options.
This right here, the recovery is so
tough. Dash attack, catch the ledge. First game does go to Ray. But yeah, back to what you were saying. I did not know that Bowser was one of his favorite characters. I figured of all the people he uses just in friendlies, I don't know if I've ever actually seen him go Bowser. And normally he'll, you know, swap around the cast. There are some characters I've seen him use just like once, and he was like, I felt like it. I actually saw him messing around with Kazuya a little bit at Scrummit.
Oh, God. Oh yeah, he has talked.
But yeah, I have
thought about.
Yes, I have fought Ridley. Really, that's cool. Yeah, I have fought as Ridley before, and that thing is very scary. But now Scotty's swapping off of the big boy Bowser for good old Falco. So
I'd say definitely a lot better matchup here.
Yeah, I definitely say, especially with the shine.
He's just able to get in and get Snake a lot easier.
Yeah, the problem is Ray's really good about holding on to grenades and stuff. So if he does get caught in one of those up tilt combos, he'll probably be able to get out of it pretty clean. Yeah, Scotty's Falco is definitely forced to run. And definitely, I don't know about St. Louis, but you're talking about characters where we have a lot of Falcos here in Columbia.
I've noticed that quite a few times.
Yeah, Falco might actually be the most played character here. Would not surprise me. Either Falco or
Jim Falco down to St. Louis is not very good.
Quick 30-second stop there to get a Ray taking that first one off of Scotty here. You know, he's rocking that let me fly tag. You feel like he would use the bird a little bit more often.
I can say he's got to be more careful around these grenades. I feel like he's just kind of drawing out moves. He's just equal 3%.
And Scotty definitely does have a lot of good stage awareness. He is good at reading where they're going. This stage, I feel like, definitely is a good snake stage, though, just in the sense that it's kind of dark, so it might be a little bit harder to see them. I don't know how much of a difference that actually makes, because I know this is a stage people complain about with visuals. I know that's why we kind of accept Kalos as a stage, even though this is still on the stage list instead, just in case of people with that problem. But Scotty did, a little behind on this, but Scotty was able to even up at 2 stocks here like he did that last time. But once again, has a very large 100+% deficit he needs to work with in order to get back in.
Yeah, it's really not looking good for him right now. He's still trying to figure out a way in. Snake's just doing those things. Oh,
it's caught by the Nikita. Very smart move by Ray there. He's just so good at reading, just predicting what other people are going to do. He just has that experience being highly rated in Brawl and Smash 4 as well. So he's just been around the game for so long. So that's something that a lot of people who
I would say props to the people that play competitive during Brawl. I can't even imagine it.
I mean, I was just a child. I didn't even know it was competitive was a real thing back then.
I didn't either. I was just there to play all of our.
Yeah, I was just having fun with the game. I'm sure if you asked me if I thought it existed, I would have said yes. But Scotty's siphoning off the stage just to get to ledge. Ray is quick to get on top of him, put some pressure on. Scotty really just needs to get step by step. He gets caught by that snake up tilt. That'll be a game 2 win for Ray. Scotty's saying to run it back, so I'm just letting him take the stick from Falco as well.
I'm about to say, he's gotta change up his game plan here a little bit. I think he's respecting Snake's space a little too much.
I don't know if he's respecting Snake's space. I think it's more just respecting Ray. Knowing how hard it is to get in on him. It's also just the pressure of that, thinking, oh man, if there is an opening, then you're going to have to be perfect in getting it, or else you're going to get caught, whether by an up tilt or anything.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the scary things about fighting a top player. It's that battle.
Yeah, absolutely. Just knowing that they are a top player, especially here. Scotty is definitely not someone to let nerds get in the way of things.
Sometimes you gotta do what feels right. Right now, he needs to do something else because he's taking almost 90% right off the bat.
Yeah, and that's kind of how all of these games have gone so far. All 3 of them, Ray is just big damage off. That is the first time he's taken the stock within 20 seconds. Ray only at 10%, so once again, Scotty has a big deficit to work from, but you've definitely seen him do it before. Maybe not against Ray, so I don't know about that. Scotty is definitely known for making those big comebacks.
He's definitely gonna try something here. Ray's even catching on to him in his blaster use. He's crawling underneath it. He's not taking any unnecessary damage here. Ooh, that was a nice parry.
Yeah. Catching the side beat with the up tilt. Yeah, that's one of those things that you just get from experience. And, just that perfect spacing, knowing exactly what to do, reading where the move's going to go, sort of staying one step ahead the whole time. That's kind of Ray's game, especially as a snake player. You always need to have.
Oh yeah.
Five moves ahead. Scotty is.
That's a little something. All right, we're on the board. But so we'll see if Scotty can actually leverage this momentum.
Yeah.
Again, there he goes. He's not really trying to rush Snake at all. He's playing his game too much. I feel like against Snake, you gotta try and disrespect his space a little bit.
Yeah, he's good at getting these quick little combos with Falco, but against a character like Snake and a player like Ray, you really need to be.
With Snake's surprising actual weights, he doesn't really have to worry about trades too much until higher percents.
Yeah, and that's the difference in these games. Whenever Ray is getting a nice combo off, it's like we saw at the start of all these games, he's getting 60-70%.
Yeah, almost.
Whereas every time Scotty gets a grab or something, it's 20 to 30. And just taking a lot longer to get that percent definitely adds up, especially when it's so much harder to get in and get those hits. But he's definitely not giving up here. Great DI by Rayquaza, but the still gets caught by that back air, so it is possible. Scotty is doing the best he's played out of all 3 of these games so far right here, and I know he's not going to give up.
He's definitely got to be careful here, though.
I guess caught by the C4. Like I said, neither of us could see it here. So great placement by Ray.
Yeah,
set 3 out and moved on. Scotty's still staying alive in loser, so we'll see how far he can take it.
That was just a solid set.